infrastructure for production and distribution. So we can simply say this Pradhan Mantri Sampada Yojana is basically provide benefits to coastal areas, or we can say coastal states, because in the coastal states the main mean of livelihood, or the main, we can say, means of livelihood is what? It's the fisheries. So this fisher community shall be able to earn a good amount of money, shall be able to earn efficiently and effectively. For them, Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana is being implemented, and its objective is to basically build a strong, a strong fisheries management system, framework is system. So we have to develop a very strong management system in which Department of Fisheries will act as the main coordinator, and they will provide a better infrastructure for the production of fishes as well as for its distribution. This is the basic thing under the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. Is it clear to all of you? Now we are coming to the next one. Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. Next important is Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. Have you heard of this scheme, everybody? What is this Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana? Exactly. Simply remember one thing, the main objective of this Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana is to help the rural women, especially the rural poor women, from the smokeless kitchen. This is the first one, smokeless kitchen. Second is to reduce the consumption of fuels like kerosene, which produce a lot of smokes and which is a health hazard to the rural women who are working in the kitchen. And second important thing is that this smoke also threatens the life of the child in the rural areas. So this particular scheme which we are going to discuss is the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. Remember one thing, it was launched on, this scheme was launched on 1st May 2016. To distribute 50 million LPG connections to women of BPL families. This was the main objective. And remember, what was the need for this? The main objective of Ujjwala Yojana is to build smoke-free kitchen for rural poor women. This is the first objective. Second is to enable use of clean fuel for health protection. Third is to decrease the uses of fossil fuels to protect environment. This is the basic objective, we can say, under the Ujjwala. And remember one thing, कि by 2018, almost, we can say, 30 million people have been provided LPG connections. So exactly, Naresh, you are perfectly right. In the mortality rate in the villages areas due to the smoke hazard was increasing day by day, and in order to make the kitchen safer, especially for those women in the rural sectors who are under BPL, this ambitious scheme was launched on 1st May 2006 by Prime Minister Modi, and they have been able to achieve this. And remember one thing, a new target has also been set, a new objective has been set under Ujjwala scheme to distribute LED bulbs in the rural areas. This is also a, yeah, definitely I will show you the previous slide. This is the previous slide about the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. Is it done? And according to the recent data, simply understand 71.9 millions, 71.9 millions people have been provided LPG connections. This is the data of 2019. Don't forget it. And it is being implemented by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Resources. And this is a very important scheme also, because under this scheme, always remember one thing: the applicants need to only present their KYC, that is know your customer, like Aadhaar card, and they are eligible to get this particular thing. Got it, guys? Okay. Actually, the class is only slow because of one reason. This is a government scheme. So I need to make you understand. If I start orating very fastly, you will not be able to understand the class. That is why I am making you people understand in the slow process. Chalo, come to the next one. Next important scheme is Sfruti. Sfurti, we call it Sfurti. This stands for scheme of fund for upgradation and regeneration of traditional industries. So this scheme is basically also for the rural development. This scheme is basically for the rural development. First of all, try to understand the full form of the scheme. Sfurti. Sfurti is basically scheme of fund for upgradation and regeneration. Scheme of fund for upgradation and regeneration of traditional industries. Under this scheme, we basically includes the industries like the special focus on bamboo, which has been called as the green gold. This has been termed as green gold. Bamboo, honey, then we have and khadi industry. They are to be promoted. And khadi industries, they are to be promoted in the rural areas. And it is likely to benefit 50,000 artisans. And in order to develop this particular thing, the government had decided to build 100 clusters. Will be built to train and make artisans aware about traditional industries. This is the basic objective. So you can simply understand this Sfurti, which means scheme of fund for upgradation and regeneration of traditional industries, which is for the purpose of rural development. It will basically focus on the growing and the growth of the bamboo industry, apiculture, that is honey, and the khadi industries. This is very important. You have to remember all these schemes. Now you have to remember one data related to the Swachh Bharat mission. Next is Swachh Bharat mission. Remember one thing, under this scheme 9.6 crore, try to understand, 9.6 crore toilets have been constructed since October 2014. This is the first important data. Second is 5 lakh villages have been declared open defecation free. And the next important is that objective of the scheme was to make India open defecation free by 2020. Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. By 2nd October 2019, that is the 150th birth anniversary of Gandhi. And you might have heard in the news that this particular, on the eve of the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi on 2nd October, Modi announced that India has now become the defecation free country, though it is not true, because much of the villages in this country are all still facing the problem of the open defecation free. And remember one thing, this Swachh Bharat mission was started on 2nd October 2014 till 2nd October 2019. 5-year program to make India defecation free. PM Modi has been awarded the Global Goalkeeper Award for this success of this scheme. This is also very important. PM has been awarded Global Goalkeeper Award for this mission. Don't forget the name. Got it, guys? So don't forget it. Swachh Bharat mission started on 2nd October 2014. It was a program for 5 years just in order to make the country open defecation free. Got it, guys? Okay, now we are coming to the next scheme, which is also very important. That is named Govardhan. You might have heard about the Govardhan scheme. Next is the Govardhan scheme. This is basically galvanizing organic bio agro resources. It is being implemented as a part of Swachh Bharat Mission. For the rural sector. Swachh Bharat Mission Grameen under the Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. Under Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. Don't forget this. This is the what is the objective? You will simply understand the objective is to provide cleanliness to village from animal waste, and second is to use animal waste for generation of biogas based electricity, and third is to use animal waste as organic manure. One is to use biogas electricity and to use animal waste as organic manure, and this is also being implemented to provide rural livelihood opportunity and enhance the income for farmers and other rural people. So to provide livelihood opportunities and enhance income of rural farmers. This is the basic objective. One is to provide cleanliness to villages from animal waste, to utilize the animal waste for generation of biogas based electricity, and to use animal waste as the organic manure, and it will also provide livelihood opportunity and enhance the income of the rural masses and the rural farmers. This is the objective of the which one? You will say rural family. Is it clear to all of you? Is it done? This is Govardhan scheme, exactly. This is all about the Govardhan. They can ask you the full form of this Gobar. This is galvanizing organic bio agro resources. Then we have next one. In this union budget, we have set up National Sports Education Board. National Sports Education Board. This is called NSEB. Remember one thing, it is an initiative under Kalo India program. Initiative under Kalo India program to popularize sports at all the levels. To popularize sports at all the levels. It will provide financial support to the talented youth sports person at village level, so that they can be able to foster their talent, they can be able to use their talent at the national level. So in order to simply understand, provide financial support to those people who are underprivileged, but they have got the sports quality in them, they have got the sports opportunity in them, and they have the immense talent within themselves, but they are not able to foster their talent, they are not able to use their talent only because of the condition of economical backwardness. Then in that case, the government will come forward under the Kalo India program, and they are going to provide financial we can say assistance at the panchayat level, at the village level, to all those talented youth personalities who have got the immense talent in them. Because you see, Mahendra Singh Dhoni is the biggest example in today's world. He has come from a very small state, very small region, small town, and he has proved himself to be one of the best cricketer in Indian team, and he has made India proud by winning all the 3 formats of the World Cup, that is ICC Champions Trophy 2000, T20 World Cup, 2011 Cricket World Cup. So we got motivated with personalities like him, and the government decided to provide sports infrastructure, to build a sports infrastructure, to provide, we can say, financial assistance to all those youths who have got the talents, but their talents are not showcased, or we can say their talents are not shown to the rest of the country, only because they don't have much of the financial assistance, they lack the basic infrastructure. So we have to do this, and the government is also doing a lot of things. They are building basically stadiums at the clusters of the districts, clusters of the villages, so that we can provide the sports infrastructure as well. So this is one of the good initiative. Got it, guys? Now, at the last, we are going to discuss 10-point vision for the decade. It means government has come up with the 10-point vision for the decade. What is decade? For the next 10 years. This is in 2019. This is the recent scheme in the Union Budget of 2019-20, Mr. Sai Kumar Patnaik. This is the recent scheme in the budget. Now you see, Now, in this Union Budget of 2019-20, Nirmala Sitharaman has put up a 10-point vision for the decade. It means for the next 10 years, what the government is going to do in the country. The first point is that we have to go for minimum government and maximum governance. Minimum government and maximum governance. This simply means one thing, that we don't have to make much of the 5-year plans, we don't have to make much of the yojanas, rather we have to concentrate on its implementation, because implementation is the key rather than floating the schemes. So we have the minimum government and maximum governance. This is the one of the objective of this 10-point vision which has been fixed for this decade, in which we have to work on these 10 points. Second is to make earth cleaner and greener. What does it mean, earth cleaner and cleaner? We have to make the country pollution free. We have to make the country pollution free, and recently, in order to make the country pollution free, Niti Aayog has come up with one objective by 2030 in India, the availability of the fossil fuels run vehicles will be completely negligible, and it is an objective of the Niti Aayog that by 2030 on the Indian roads we can have the maximum deployment of the electric vehicles which can be run with the battery operated, so that smokeless free vehicles can be introduced. Third important thing is that making digital India reach every sector of the economy. Third objective is to make India digital India. Fourth is launch of Gaganyaan and Chandrayaan. Fifth is building physical and social infrastructure. Sixth is water conservation and cleaning of rivers. Then we have seventh is self-sufficiency in agriculture production and promotion of exports. Achieving healthy society by implementing schemes like Ayushman Bharat, which aims to provide cashless health cover of around 6 lakh to per family who are under BPL. Next is ninth is to make India a blue economy, and 10th is more emphasis on MSMEs, that is micro, small and medium enterprises. These are the 10 points that the country aims to achieve in the next 10 years to make India a highly progressive and developed economy. That is the basic concept. Exactly. The question is, what is blue economy? Blue economy is basically we have to increase the production in our country. We have to increase the activity of industrial production, but lower emission of carbon. So green economy is also called as the blue economy. Is it clear to all of you? It means we have to maintain the level of carbon emission and we have to reduce the emission of carbon to the maximum extent so that we can create a clean country, green country, and robust economy. So blue economy is basically production in the economy with the minimum emission of carbon. Blue economy, or we can say pollution free economy, by reducing carbon emission. Is it done, everybody? So that's it for today, guys.